Hey guys, Quinn. In the latest installment of our reviews of the Bond series, we take a look at Sean Connery's last official Bond film, Diamonds Are Forever. Now, before we crack at this, just a small bit of backstory. So, after On Her Majesty's Secret Service, Lazenby was out as Bond. If you want to know the full story as to why, then you'll have to check out the review for that film. But anyways, the series needed its stud back. So, after a little bit of a hiatus, we got Connery to walk one more Bond film. So how does Diamond stand against Secret Service and the rest of the Bond series? Well, let's find out in the 7th James Bond film, Diamonds Are Forever. So after the coolest gun barrels so far in the series, we get an awesome sequence of Bond beating the shit out of people. Puns galore, a hunt for Blofeld. We really are in a Connery Bond film, people. We are then introduced to the new Blofeld, who honestly, for as much as he gets, I think he's awesome. And after a really fun fight, and one that freaked me out when I was younger because I thought it was too violent, Blofeld is dead. Because that definitely wasn't a lookalike or anything like that. And after one of my favorite theme songs in the series, we are truly off. After an M briefing where Bond is bored as usually, we are introduced to a plot that mirrors that of Goldfinger, smuggling. Again. Yay. A series of smuggling and then assassination attempts are then shown, with two of the most creepy and awesome henchmen ever, Mr. Wint and Mr. Kidd, who are gay for some reason. I actually kind of like it. It adds a weird vibe that isn't necessary, and they are easily a top 10 henchman for me. Bond is then sent to Holland to impersonate a probable diamond connection in the form of Peter Franks. Bond then runs into Moneypenny in a really nice little scene that honestly is my second favorite Moneypenny scene outside of Secret Service until the Brosnan era rolls around. And then right after that we get an awesome scene between Bond and Tiffany Case, and holy shit, for all that's happened in the first 20 minutes, this film is really honestly better than I remember it being. And then right after this, we get a great fight between Bond and Franks. It's choreographed as hell, but I love it all the same. Bond kills the real Franks and steals an identity, so Tiffany assigns Bond to go smuggle some diamonds. Guys, Bond is in. Bond is in. We then get a super intense scene where Bond is almost assassinated, but aha, the diamonds were phony, so now we gotta go get the real ones.
You dirty double-crossing limey think those goddamn diamonds are phonies.
Now don't tell me. You're St. Peter.
Bond goes to the White Hotel in Vegas, where he immediately meets a lot of trouble. Dare I say, plenty?
Hi, I'm Plenty.
But of course you are.
Plenty O'Toole.
Named after your father, perhaps?
Right? Yeah, I hate myself as well. This is also where the majority of the film goes down. Bond and Tiffany meet again, where they make a deal so that they will both escape together with the real diamonds. Kind of beautiful, right? What then follows is a ridiculously long circus bit where Tiffany acquires the diamonds and then immediately runs off. Bond hunts her down with a really strange scene that then occurs. There's this random dead lady who is mistaken for Tiffany, which was explained in a deleted scene, but because it isn't shown here, it's just out of place. It is revealed that Tiffany works for White of the White Casino. The next day, Bond, with Tiffany's assistance, follows the diamond to a remote research facility, where it is shown that the diamonds are used for some satellite thing. I'm sure that will not be significant at all in an hour. The film then slows down. We get a bad car module chase with a slow score, and it's just so long it's infuriating. But on the flip side, you have an awesome chase with an even better stunt in the heart of Vegas, so I guess all is well. Bond and Tiffany are then grounded by Felix Leiter, so the two have to stay in their hotel suite together. But Bond decides to investigate who Willard White is. Again, the Vegas casino. And one of the best scenes in the film, he skills the building in a nice tux to get to White's flat at the top of the building. But shock or gasp, it turns out to be Blofeld all along. There are two of them, and after Bond kills the double, who by the way is clearly the double, Bond is captured. He's put in this pipe thing, cause why not, and of course easily escapes. Bond then uses the same phony voice machine that Blofeld uses to impersonate White, where Blofeld tells Bond to go and kill the real White. At the same time, Blofeld informs the real squad that they are moving their dastardly plans up 24 hours. Bond then goes to White's house, and after fighting off two really bizarre, full embodiments of the 70s henchmen, Bond fights White. That night, while at the casino, Tiffany gets captured by Blofeld, who dresses drag as a disguise. God damn it, why? At the same time, Bond and the real Willard White go down to the same research facility as earlier and discover the satellite being built there is gone. In fact, has been sent into orbit. But as soon as this occurs, the satellite is now out of White's company control, meaning that Blofeld is now controlling the satellite. It turns out the satellite is a laser of sorts, which is just causing news to blow up and terrible 70s graphics. It is then discovered after some snooping at the White Flat in Vegas that Blofeld is hiding in. They know this because there's this empire map that's built into the flat, but the real Willard White says he doesn't have anything in Baja, which begs the question of why Blofeld would install something that would give away his position, like literally the one thing that would give you away and you do it. So anyways, Bond goes to the refinery and of course gets captured immediately.
The Acme Pollution Inspection. We're cleaning up the world. We thought this was a suitable starting point.
Bond obviously frees himself, but not after switching out the master tape needed to control the space laser for some marching music cassette tape. But Bond didn't. Blofeld thought Bond did, so Blofeld himself puts in the fake tape because he believes he's putting the real one back in. It's confusing, I know, but you've all seen the movie, so you get what happens. At that moment, all hell breaks loose. Like every Connery Bond film besides From Russia with Love, Bond and a group of faceless good guys brawl out against the bad guys. Bond has one last showdown with Blofeld, which is extremely weak at best. It's a shame because what was supposed to happen was Blofeld escapes and then Bond chases him down into a salt mine where Blofeld dies. But then again, we have Spectre coming soon, so I guess I'm not that sad because Blofeld isn't officially killed off, forgetting Free Eyes only ever occurred. So with the Blofeld and co taken out, it's smooth sailing, or is it? In true Guy Hamilton style, the henchmen take one more swing at Bond. In this case, a weird semi-fight scene on a boat. Bond, of course, wins, and Tiffany asks the question we all want to know the answer to.
James, how the hell do we get those diamonds down again?
And that is Diamonds Are Forever. Diamonds Are Forever has always been a really bizarre Bond film for me. On my critical side, there are just so many little things wrong with this film, and it is so much more complicated than it needs to be, that during this review, I was actually having trouble explaining what occurs in this film. But on the other hand, this film is arguably the funnest in the series, and it's so ridiculous that I can't help but love it. Connery gives his best performance in Thunderball, and really just feels like he's in the same vein as the original 5 Connery films. Sure, this isn't as good as On Her Majesty's Secret Service, but I can only say that for a few select Bond films, so that doesn't anger me. My problem with this film is that I feel like the humor is used to cover up what is, in all honesty, a pretty dull film. Sure, there's action scenes, and if Goldfinger never existed, this would be a really interesting new road for the Bond series, but honestly, I get the same vibe from this film that I get from stuff such as A View to a Kill. Just a really rushed job that didn't get all the care as the films before it. What disappoints me most is that this film really could have carried into the vibe from Secret Service so much more, and although it is there in the pre-title sequence, it just doesn't appear anywhere else, really. I don't feel the hate from Bond, I just feel like he's acting like Blofeld's just another run-of-the-mill henchman. But besides all this negativity, I really did enjoy this film, and maybe even more so than You Only Live Twice. Although I'd probably put Dr. No above this film, that isn't to say I didn't like Diamonds. This film is genuinely very funny. The Bond girls top 10 for me, just like the villain and the henchman in their respective categories. And as Brownie points, the theme song is also really high for me as well. It's just, I feel like this film doesn't blend together like it should. I personally had fun with it, but for the average moviegoer or an average fan of the Bond series, I don't think you'll like this film as much. So, what's my verdict? Well, with the exception of Quantum of Solace, which I promise we will get to someday, I believe everyone should check out every Bond film. But if you aren't a fan of the campy Bond and you want a more Dalton, Craig-like grit in your Bond films, you probably hate this film. If you enjoy Roger Moore, Sean Connery camp like me, you know that this film isn't great, but you'll love it all the same. So there you go. I like this film, but in the choice between Diamonds and Secret Service, go Secret Service all day. And thus ends the Connery era, because never again will Connery come back, of course. So where will the series go after Diamonds? Will it continue with all-out camp, or will it be more grounded like Secret Service? Next time we'll find out with the review about a film about voodoo, and the first of many films starring Roger Moore. Yes guys, get ready for Camp Galore, as next time we review Live and Let Die. So what do you guys think of Diamonds? Whatever it may be, leave in the comments section below, and as always, like, share, comment, subscribe, because honestly, I want to share Bond and movies with more people, so please spread the word about my channel, Quinn C, and I'll see you guys next time. Ciao.